Chizi. And we have Chief Alvin Kanendo. You can find him actually, he's on YouTube as well. You can find him on YouTube at Alvin Kanendo. And of course, you know, our pretty, most beautiful lady besides Alvin is called Becky. Becky Odell. So, as I was saying before, is love really enough in a good relationship? What do you think, Becky? Is love enough according to you, with your experience plus how did you see relationships work out? Is love all that is needed in a relationship?
No. I don't think love is enough in a relationship. There are a lot of factors to consider. I feel like love is just the icing on top. Yeah.
And I feel like love is the core. Because for us even to get into a relationship, it means we have this mutual feeling. We having some love attachment. That, I guess, that is the core of a relationship. So I don't feel whether it's the icing. I really think it's the core.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
I'd agree with you, partly. In the beginning of the relationship, love is the core. Like, the feeling has to be mutual so that you can get into a relationship with someone. But as time goes by, you start seeing the true character of a person. Then that is where now you're like, is love really enough here? Because there are days you will fight. You can't be like over the moon every day. There are days you will be having your rough days, and you know. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying.
I'm getting it, but according to me, I think love is enough.
Okay.
The rest of the things are just there to spice up the relationship. Mr. Chief, what do you think?
To me, I think love alone is not enough.
Oh,
It can never be enough.
no.
Just like, let's say, let me give an example with a vehicle. You can't really say that if you fill your vehicle, the fuel alone is enough for the vehicle to operate. You have to have things like the oil and water. It has to be maintained. You see, it's not only the fuel that the vehicle needs. So in a relationship also, love alone is not enough.
So according to you, what are these things that are needed? What are these things that makes a relationship enough, complete, if it's not love?
First of all, love must be there. Because for you to have someone...
You don't really mean that love is the core of a relationship?
Of course it is the core.
Thank you.
But there are other, should I call them supplements? Yeah.
Boosters.
Yes. For it to work out smoothly.
So what are these supplements to spice up a
Supplement,
relationship?
one, we have money.
Oh.
Yes.
We have dollars. We have money. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because, for example, let me say, I meet someone who is coming from, I meet a lady from Kisumu. Me, I'm staying in Aweno. And unfortunately, maybe she came in town to do some business, or she's been living in Aweno, but she's coming from Kisumu. And then all of a sudden, she goes back to Kisumu. And we fell in love while she was at Aweno. So, imagine, if I don't have the money to facilitate my transport, for me to go and see her in Kisumu, how will I manage this relationship?
Hello, babe, I miss you, but I'm not capable of meeting her. I can make a call, bro. You know?
No.
So you're making calls from January to January. Tell me, will you be making calls from January to January? So you will not be seeing each other?
I really feel like money ain't a big issue in a relationship because
It is. My friend, it is.
so both of you disagree with me. All right, let me explain. The moment you enter or you go into a relationship, when you really prioritize money, it's not going to work well with you.
It's
Trust
not-
me.
Nobody
about
saying
friends.
you prioritize money. Like we said, it is love first,
Yeah.
but there are other supplements which makes it to work out smoothly.
Yes, like money.
Like money.
You need airtime to call this person.
Or
Okay, how do
tell
you
me,
how
will
do
you be sending, please call me to your bed. Please call me.
out on dates. For example, if I'm as a lady, I want to gift you. How will I do that without money?
I'm not
Because
saying
I'm very
you
sure
are-
you are not the one who will be doing the gifting. I know sometimes she'll want to surprise you with something.
Yeah.
If she doesn't have that money, how will she know?
Please do that.
Mhm.
Alright, so what are the things spices up a relationship?
Another thing is compatibility. You guys need to be like really compatible because you may find that okay, you guys are falling in love, but then your paths are totally different, and so there will be a lot of clashes in this relationship. So at least you guys have to align in some way, not fully, but in some way at least you need to be going to the same direction. Yeah.
I think you are talking about maybe someone is an SD and another one is Catholic, maybe, but you want the baby to
Muslim, yeah.
you want the baby to pray with you in the SD side, no, and maybe she doesn't want, she want to maintain something of that kind.
Yeah.
So we have compatibility, we have money. What else? They've said love is not enough. You need to be compatible with your partner, and in that relationship, you both need to have money. Both sides love. What other things are essential?
Essential, I think I can add something on that. I think I'm going to add, you must be willing to sacrifice. You must be willing to sacrifice.
So
In a relationship.
anytime you want to fall in love, be ready to also sacrifice. As you are ready to
At
fall.
some point, you'll have to sacrifice.
Okay, love is just like anything. Like, it's something you also work on. A relationship is also something you work on. Just like you're working on your job, you're working on your dreams. Or love is also something you work on. I think this is one of the things that people think that as long as I'm in love, then I don't need to put effort. Like it just comes naturally. I think it's something that you really need to work when you're in a relationship.
Okay.
That's for sure.
So,
Put in the work.
so that means if you're putting in the work, then you need to sacrifice.
By any chance, can you say that you can compromise for love?
Maybe to some people they might compromise. So it depends on the individual.
But how about
Some people can compromise.
how about you as a person?
Maybe there is some specific things I might compromise, but there are some which I cannot.
Yes.
How about you?
Some, a little, I might
Kidogo
compromise.
tu.
Like a pinch. But others, no. Why would I compromise?
Like what are some of the things that you will never compromise for a man? You?
Abuse. Like, for
Yeah.
example, this guy is violent. And, they, after being violent with me, they apologize and they're like, I changed. And so, at the back of my mind, I know very well, I don't want to date a violent man. And then I go ahead and forgive this person and continue dating them. I don't want that.
So you show me the violence once I'm gone.
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm not violent.
Alright, that was a good one. That was a good one.
I'm a peaceful man.
I'm very peaceful. I support you. And for those camels back at home, you're going to check them.
We'll add even some goods.
Alright. I said love is enough because the rest of the things will just come to fix themselves right on the way.
What things will fix themselves on the way?
Yes,
It-
explain.
Compatibility, money, sacrifice, and what else? Compromising, all these things will come to line once you just love one another.
No.
You'll just find yourself in. Let me tell you, You're like a person going to the war. There's some the key things that you need. The key thing, okay, if I'm going for a woman army, the first thing that I'll check before I check where my gun is the protective costume, the bulletproof. So the key thing in a relationship is love. I know it's
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Do you know that you can love someone? Okay, let's say two people have been put in a room for like 40 days. These people don't like each other at all. They've been put in the same environment or the same room for 40 days. Do you know that these people will, there's a way they'll
Like, but
liking
not
each
love.
other.
Like, but not
They
love.
may end up loving each other.
Nah.
They may end up loving each other.
No, love is a very strong thing.
Love growth.
And I will say love is that. Do you believe love is on at first sight, or love takes time?
Again, that one depends on the individual. There are some people who fall in love at first sight. Maybe some people it takes time.
How first sight is infatuation?
No, there are some people who fall in love.
The last, the first, what? How do you call it? The first podcast that I did, Love Last and Money. Another person said, I don't know, one of the friends said that there is nothing like love on the first sight. That it just lasts. That is how she described it. So I don't know much about that. But with me, my explanation is that love is enough in a relationship, because the reason why I'm saying it's enough, if you invest in this one thing called love in a relationship, everything is going to fall in place. The money issue, because you love him, you'll just find yourself sacrificing. You don't need this sacrifice weapon while you're going to war. It will just come automatically.
I beg to
So,
differ.
according to me, if you give your love and you invest in it, everything will align.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ.
True to some degree, false to some degree.
Alright, make it please.
50-50.
Break it
When I
down.
see
Yes, if you just invest, then love is enough. If you
Yes.
just invest in a relationship,
Everything will fall in place. The money, compromising, sacrifice. Yani, let me explain this in East African language. Kama una hisia za mapenzi kwa mtu, mpenzi wako niseme hivyo, kwenye mahusiano, utajikuta mambo kama kujinyima, mambo ya pesa, itakuja kuingiana as you guys proceed on. These are the if you say love is not enough, it means I cannot love you without this and this. But the reason why I'm saying love is enough, because if you just go there with the love drive, everything will fall in place as you continue with the journey.
but let me ask you.
Because if you say love is not enough, it means, bro, unanikatia, but who are you? What do you do? What do you have? Can you do this? Can you do this?
Okay.
But if you just go there because I'm seeing this person, number one, is my type. Number two, we're having a mutual feeling. Number three, he's a kind that I would want to spend my life with. You will find that all these things that I've mentioned, they come in line of love. Then you accept one another, you begin dating. At this point, you don't need all these things. The only thing that you need to make this one step, bold step, is called love. Then, the moment you begin making a step in a relationship with the name of love, all these things zitaingiana tu, hautaforce, hautataja hata kumkumbusha.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Yes.
I get it. And I'd also like to say that as human beings, honestly, it's only God who loves us unconditionally. Hey, human beings, the love that we give is somehow conditional. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic.
Let alone even human being. Even your dog go school. If you don't feed it for 1 week, someone else starts feeding it. It will start barking at you.
Yeah. It's okay. I feel like it's a bit unrealistic that love is unconditional. Like to us human beings, love is conditional. Like, yes, I love you, but there are certain things that I want to tolerate. Yes, I do love you, but there are certain things I want to tolerate.
Like?
You want some tips? Tips. E.g., she doesn't like a violent man. You passed. Number two.
Peaceful.
I have set a boundary and I've said that this is the boundary. And you keep messing up with my boundaries, I want to tolerate that. Yes, I do love you, but I want to tolerate that. So, at some point, love is conditional. Because also you might not tell it to my face, but there are certain things you will expect from me to do. You expect my loyalty, right?
Everybody has the expectation.
Yeah.
What I was saying, if you want a relationship to work, sweetheart, baby boy, don't usiingie kwenye mahusiano if you're having expectations. Because this is my reasoning, and it's a very simple thing. The moment you're going to fall in love with somebody, when you're already having your conditions, it is not going to work.
So what is the purpose
And
of
if it
standards?
works, it means it won't last.
No.
Stop lying to yourself. Even you deep down,
You have expectations.
when you are chasing someone, there is something you are expecting.
Yes.
Stop
You
lying in front of this
You
camera.
need to have some expectations.
Ask many questions, I'll answer.
You need to have some expectations.
When you are chasing, there is something at the back of your mind which you are expecting.
You guys are not getting me. Let me explain. I'm talking about we've met, we've gone on a date, and I've realized that you are the person that I want to have for myself. And you've also admitted that I'm the person you want. So it means at this point we are in a mutual agreement and having a mutual feeling towards one another. This is the time that I'm saying that you should not now put the conditions. Because if you have a condition like, okay, you're my type, you're a nice guy, you reason nicely, you take me out on a dinner date in a very nice way, you talk to me good, you keep the communication. Besides all this, you'll be having a condition like, okay, the way you've taken me on a date the first day you took me to Maldives, maintain that. And if you did this, maintain that. If you do that, having conditions after meeting the right guy, you're going to break up this good relationship.
But how is that condition? If you took
I
me on the
think-
first day to Maldives, why can't you maintain that?
I think this conversation has really gone ahead because I think when you really want to know someone, the first step you approach them. You see if they are willing to go out with you so that you might know them more. So from that date is when you will identify, are you compatible? That's where you will find, or you will get to know what she expects, and you will be saying what you expect. If there is any compatibility, or any parties are willing, then the idea of the second date might arise. Because I don't think you'll go out on the first date and then everything is, I don't think so. Because this thing, for you to find the compatibility which you are talking about, you'll be talking regularly and then going out and getting the ideas from one another. And by the way, now how do I put it? When both of you will be talking, you will get to know one another in the process. So if I don't like what I see from that date, I'll discontinue. If she doesn't like what she's saying, she'll cut off the
relationship.
Yeah.
But one thing I'll tell you again, I'm not siding with them, but I'll add something on their point. They said love is not enough, and among the things that are really needed to spice up the love or to keep it lively, we're talking about respect. You feel me? Like respect will really keep that relationship going.
No, but
that
one is common sense now. I don't need to.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting.
Those are common sense. And it comes to Nini, but it's a two-way traffic.
But that common sense is
Okay.
not common to everyone. Don't
No,
assume.
No, I get you, but that one should be common sense. I respect you, you
Okay.
respect me.
Let me know. I want
So
you
should
to
I
say-
come to you that I need your respect for me?
What is the definition of respect?
Following whatever I'm telling you.
At following whatever you're telling
Before
me
you
is
answer
respect.
that, allow me to say something.
Ngoja nimalize hii. Ngoja tu nimalize hii. Respect to me is following whatever I'm being told.
Obey.
That I obey.
Anything that you're being told, you obey.
If it aligns with whatever I've been taught through
If it
life.
makes sense.
If it makes sense to me.
Okay. Now, let's say you have a lady, and you've told them to do something, and it doesn't make sense to them. They don't do it. So that you define as they are not respecting you.
So long as they give me a reason. Not I'm telling you and then you are keeping quiet. When I return, you are saying that's a different story.
Okay, I feel like telling me something and then I do it.
So what are you looking for? Can I tell you the definition?
Respect. Okay.
Alright. Before I give you the definition, I'll tell you one thing. The reason why I asked you, because and he said that once you're in love, you should use your common sense to respect your partner. Is that true? Does it mean if I say, and also once you're in love, you should use your brain to use the money, all the things that they mention?
Oh.
If I say that,
Come up again.
I was saying that love is enough. And my explanation said that the moment I love you, everything will fall in place, like respect, compromises.
So I was
and
looking for the
everything.
definition of respect.
Yes. So my point was, and he just answered me like, that is a common sense. In a relationship, you have to respect your partner. You said that, right?
You said that.
So how about if I say that the key thing still remains to be love, and love is enough?
Okay, hold on, just hold it there. What's the definition of respect?
Honoring a reasonable things that you are told or you see from another person. Yes.
Okay.
Honoring reasonable. So it means if I tell you, babe, stop doing this, and you also reason to that, and you see you're doing a bad thing, you change.
So is it just about telling someone to do something and then
No,
they
it's an
don't do it?
opinion. It's what you see, what you are told, what you hear, but honoring. The key thing here is honor. You honor the good ideas and opinions that you see and observe and you're told.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Tell us what you think if love is enough. According to me, love is enough. According to my good friends here, love is not enough. See you in the next topic. Bye.